Good morning, it's Sunday the 3rd of June, it's my last day in Orlando before I head back to Scotland, and I'm up early to try and make the best of the weather for the last substation skate park. Once again, it's completely empty, no one here, which is great. It's actually pretty warm already, the sun's up directly behind the camera, and it's it's already warm, but there's a nice breeze today, which is really good. Hopefully I won't end up dying from heat like I have done the last few times I skated here. So let's see if I can get a 50-50 in before I go. Seem to have the momentum today. So after a bit of a whirlwind packing session there, it's me finally checked out in the hotel, only 30 minutes later than I should have done. I don't know what to do now. I've got another few hours in Orlando. I'm going to head to Pointe on Orlando, I think it's called. We stayed by there 4 years ago, and the area seems to have be a bit more finished now, because some of it was under construction the last time. So I'm going to head there and have a little explore. There's a Miller's Ale House, and I can probably watch the IndyCar race there, or some of it, before I have to head to the airport. So we were here 4 years ago. Jason was completely captivated by this house. And I told him that a naughty boy had put it upside down. And those are the two things he remembers from the holiday. One, the upside down house. Two, a squirrel in the shop at NASA. So I thought I'd come back here and take some footage of the house, just so that Jason could see it again. On these tracks 4 years ago, there was a tram or trolley just sitting here, and the kids would play on it on the way to the Walgreens across the road, and it's gone. There doesn't seem to be a reason why it's gone, but it's not here anymore. So that's kind of sad. So here I'm in JFK, where I'm stuck for the next 7.5 hours. And it all started back in Orlando, where there was this Cuban guy at the gate who kept swearing and muttering stuff really loudly, and the gate staff just didn't really seem to deal with him. They just kind of ignored him, and he was shouting something about his ticket and he was swearing, and you know, I thought to myself, I bet it's just my luck that I'm sitting beside this guy. So anyway, we all board the flight. He goes out onto the apron, we're on the taxiway, we're getting ready to take off. The pilot even said, you know, we're fourth in line for departure. So the next thing the pilot announces we have to go back to the gate to resolve an issue, and I immediately pops up my flight tracker knowing that I'm cutting it super fine for making the flight to Glasgow. And we go back to the gate, and sure enough, the big Cuban guy is led off by security, and we then had to refuel a bit, and then we get, you know, cycled through the window for departure, and it just, the knock-on effect was that we landed here 5 minutes after my flight to Glasgow took off. So now I'm stuck in JFK overnight. However, there is only one Virgin Atlantic flight per day to Glasgow, and it's at 28 minutes past 11 at night, so the prospect was I was going to be here for 24 hours, which I was actually warming to, because I thought if they gave me a hotel and somewhere to scrub up, I could spend a day in New York and that might be a good laugh. However, they've booked me on a British Airways flight at 5 to 8 in the morning. So I still have 7 hours to kill in New York airport, JFK to be exact. Don't quite know what I'm going to do about that. Anyhow, so I'd found this quiet corner of the airport to hunker down in, and just then, totally unprompted, this girl came and gave me a blanket and a pillow, which is really nice of her. So I've got like fluffy white pillow here. However, the same situation as I found when I was stuck in Philadelphia overnight is that you see how many efforts are made to stop people from sleeping in the airport. So there's nowhere for me to sleep, but you know, at least I'll be comfy with my blanket and my pillow. Oh, my bag of Cheetos. This is all the sustenance I have. It's a third of a bag of Cheetos. All of the stalls and shops are closed, so I don't know if I can get any food at all. Maybe in the or 6 or so in the morning I can get something. It's only 6 hours a week. Fine. I was about due to be on a diet anyway.
We ask that you please be aware of your surroundings. If you notice anything suspicious, notify an air traffic representative.
Okay, so I'm in London after the most insane time in JFK Airport. Essentially what happened was I went to the gate for my flight to the UK 2.5 hours early, and when I got there, the BA woman kind of fobbed me off. She said, oh, you need to get your ticket released so it can be reissued to us. And I thought this had been done when I first arrived at JFK. So I was on hold to Delta for almost an hour before I decided to take matters in my own hand, and I jumped on the A train thing that links the terminals, went all the way back to Terminal 2, raced to this sort of kiosk. It was 7 o'clock by this point, and the flight was 7:55. So this woman was racing away on the keyboard trying to help me. Her name was Margie, and she didn't think I'd make the flight. She's like, just come straight back to me when you miss it, and I'll get you reassigned another flight. But it was looking like 11 o'clock that night if I hadn't managed it. So anyway, I bail from Margie, run all the way back to the A train back to Terminal 7, race from there to the British Airways desk. And they're like, they seem reluctant to even sort of process me. They're like, oh, you're not going to make it, it's flight's in half an hour. But eventually they called the gate, and the guy at the gate said he would still accept me. So security before that had been like a 20-minute wait, but when I got there the security was empty. It was fantastic. I just breezed right through, raced to the gate, and they were still queuing up, so that was fine. Got on the flight, and I'm absolutely sweating buckets, and I'm dying from stress, like my heart is racing. And then this woman takes ill and lies on the floor at the back of the plane because she's fell out with her husband or something. So we don't take off for like another half an hour after that. So it was like an absolute race that felt like it should have a climactic, sort of victorious ending with the plane taking off. But I just sat there decompressing for like 40 minutes going, oh my gosh, that was horrendous. So yeah, what an adventure that was. And I'm now in now waiting for my flight to Glasgow, but it's been delayed by 40 minutes, so this is like par for the course of this journey home. Not due to get back until I think 11 o'clock-ish in Glasgow. So this has been a hell of a journey home. It's been a long time since I've had this kind of shenanigans, but I will take a lot from the experience, I'm sure.